My phone is my bank.
Sampath Mobile Banking. Convenient, easy, saves time. Sampath Bank, we present your future.
A very good evening to you and welcome. This is News First Primetime News. I am Shaheen Jurong-Pati.
And I'm Katrina Chang. Before we get into your stories in detail, let's first take a look at your headlines tonight.
SLFP appoints 3 new electorate organisers. Election platform intensifies amidst allegations and proposals. UPFA to challenge enjoining order on COPE in court. Farmers in Madirigiri protest demanding for water for their crops.
Three new SLFP electorate organisers received their letters of appointments from President Maithripala Sirisena.
Prasanna Solangarachi, who served as the chairman of the Kotikavatta Mulleriyawa Pradeshiya Sabha, was appointed as the new district organiser for Avisavella. Asitha Indunil Vagodapola has been appointed as the SLFP organiser for Matale, while Ananda Prematilaka Jayalanth has been appointed as the organiser for the Varyapola electorate.
Now here are some of the views expressed by party leaders at their campaign rallies.
He served as president for 10 years. He could have done whatever that was required. At the time, he said that although prices of oil dropped in the world market, it cannot be reduced in Sri Lanka. But we did it. He said that the wages of state sector employees could not be increased. But we did that as well. He said that prices of essential items could not be reduced. But we did that too. Then he said that the price of a kilo of paddy could not be purchased for 50 rupees. But we did that too. If he could not do any of these things in 10 years in power, why is he trying to come back? Can he do what he couldn't do as a president, as an MP? They don't believe in an agriculture-based economy. Today you get a price of 80 rupees for a kilogram of tea leaves, don't you? So did you vote for the Swan to get tea for 80 rupees or 90 rupees? See how much it is now. Around 50 odd rupees. Here it is around 50 rupees. When I went to Kandy, they say it is 47. But I say to you that after the 17th, from the 18th, we will pay 90 rupees for the tea leaves. At a time when I'm trying to provide self-employment loans to 170,000 families that reside in the Hambantota district for up to 1 million rupees at a 4% interest rate, the bunch of thieves led by the former president is protesting against that program. During the previous presidential election, 5.1 million almanacs were printed by spending 25 million rupees for Samurudhi beneficiaries. They convened something called a Devinagama Summit and swindled 63 million rupees from the money of Samurudhi beneficiaries. Have the Devinagama Summit, there is no issue in that because it is a good thing. But when Sajid Premadas is trying to provide loans of 1 million rupees at an interest rate of 4%, he is against it. Can such a person be the Prime Minister of this country? If we have represented our voice in Parliament and if we have the vision, the plan to build the country, then you should hand over the country to the JVP. Give the JVP the power to recommence the investigations that have been swept under the carpet and reopen the investigations that have been tried to be covered up. Through this, we will work towards to punish these corrupt rulers for their crimes. We have to do this so Rajapaksa would not come to politics again. He's 70 years old now. He should just stay at home. But yet he is coming back to become Prime Minister. When the next Southern Provincial Council comes about, he will surely contest for the position of Chief Minister. When that doesn't happen, he will contest for the Belyatha Pradesh Sabha. I am sure he will only stop after contesting for the Belyatha Cooperative. Everyone is the same. The UMP, SLFP and JVP are all the same. What we are saying is that a political culture is needed in the country. Everyone should get what they need. We must build a country where you can get what you want with your own strength without having to stand at ease before politicians and putting aside your self-respect. This is the political structure that we are speaking of. Your lives will have value only when this culture of this nature is established.
Well, today's trending story is the statement made by JVP leader Anura Kumara Dissanayaka. Gayan Ratnayaka commented saying that the JVP has nothing else to talk about apart from Mahinda Rajapaksa. Super Nishan Udara says that it is people like this who should be elected to Parliament. Finally, Sahan Pereira says that Parliament should have people who are fearless, like in the JVP. Well, if you like to be a part of the conversation, do feel free to voice your comments on our trilingual handle at Newsfirst_en on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/newsfirst.english, and you could also visit our website, www.newsfirst.lk.
On other political news, let's now have listened to the views expressed on the political arena.
Mahinda Rajapaksa.
After ending the war, Mahinda Rajapaksa served as the president for 6 years and ruled the country. Mahinda Rajapaksa could not see the issues of the people. When we say that we will increase the wages of the state employee by 10,000 rupees, he says he will make the basic salary 25,000 rupees. We have already given 10,000 rupees increment. Therefore, making the basic salary 25,000 rupees is not an issue. He will not do it.
Is Mahinda contesting simply to become an MP? Will he be satisfied with that? No, he entered politics not to become an MP but to regain power of the country. It is unfortunate if you do not understand it. Ranil may not understand it. Maithripala may not understand it. We do not have an issue if they dig their own graves. But our problem is that they are doing it to the innocent people of this country. Today, all the parties, including persons from the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, have joined with the United National Party. Why? They have seen the development that had taken place, the relief that was provided and humanity that was restored within the period of 184 days. During this period, we have also created job opportunities to the youth of the country. That is why they have all joined with us. They ask if they did the following for 100 days, what will be done for 5 years? What was done in the 100 days? They failed to fulfill the promises made to the people during the 100 days. They failed to do many things in the 100 days. What did the United National Party do? To the central bank treasury bonds issue, they caused massive losses and committed financial fraud.
The Elections Commissioner has requested that the statement made by the Executive President not to be aired. What is the message sent through this? The SLFP members and the UPFA members had begged from the Elections Commissioner to not to air it anymore because it is detrimental to them. Therefore, it is clear that the speech made by President Maithripala Sirisena is the speech of the decade. It was a very important one. Our supporters were shaken with the statement made by President Maithripala Sirisena. This amused the UNPers. Those who were amused from our side did not cross over. Remember that votes have not increased in that way. I can say that we have recruited over 500 UNPers to our side. They are spreading lies. They are having a tussle among them for the preferential votes. Mahinda's faction says not to support Maithripala's group. Maithripala's group says do not support Mahinda's faction. The situation is that Mahinda is going on saying do not vote for Dayasiri simply because he wants to defeat Dayasiri in Kurunegala. Therefore, there is no competition for us. We are a strong team. We want to secure victory for the country. Do not vote for the frogs that will not be jumping all over on the 18th. People who work to make Mahinda Rajapaksa the Prime Minister need to be elected to Parliament. When the charges against that king are being investigated, he is using his army of henchmen and trying to reverse the change that we achieved. Though he enters the battle like a wild buffalo, once we enter, his pace will reduce. The statement made by the president to the nation caused more issues for him. He was asked to respond at the meeting in Anuradhapura, but he did not respond. What are we lining up for? To chase away Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. We need to seat Mahinda Rajapaksa after cleaning that seat with Dettol. That is what is in all our hearts.
When we see the statements that were made by the betel leaf leaders, we wonder how they are speaking to the people in this manner. They have banded together once again to come into power. They are not here to protect the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. When you look at the nominations from Colombo, you can see that most of the rogues and the corrupt are from the symbol of the betel leaf. The country has reached a very bad situation because of the things given by the major political parties. The time has come for the people to remove those glasses and awaken intelligently.
Look at the parliament today. Can we find a person who can speak well and is educated? Therefore, think amongst yourself whether you are going to elect a herd of cattle or who have not even gone to grade 8 to govern and rule your educated child. Parliament is the legislature of the country. That is where the law is formed. A chain snatcher is voted into parliament or a drug peddler is voted into parliament. They have to be sent to prison and not to parliament.
The United People's Freedom Alliance and the United National Party convened press conferences today.
Although the preferential vote system is wrong, we are capable of making good use of it. That is what I appeal from the public. We are against the preferential voting system, yet there are good aspects to it as well. The good thing is that we can elect a suitable person.
We never hope to engage in an election campaign seeking the preferential votes. Therefore, we do not have an issue with the preferential votes. What we need to do is ensure the victory of the United National Party and create 1 million job opportunities for the youth of this country.
When we go in for elections, individuals will make various statements to build their voter base. This causes harm to parties because the candidates are searching for the preferential votes. So when Mahinda Rajapaksa is contesting from the Kurunegala district, we believe that we will be able to secure at least 2 seats without any issue.
Just because he parachuted to Kurunegala, we will not allow him to win there. The United National Party will definitely win. We issue this challenge. If you can, win from the Kurunegala district.
The Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the alliance cannot win alone. How will the alliance win? We will definitely win. However, when you were at the previous election, we won with the 13 districts with this split.
Large numbers have joined hands with the United National Party in its election campaign. We invite the SLFPers to join with us. With us, you can move towards the future.
Ganta Karunatilaka, the Minister of Mass Media, speaking to the media yesterday, commented on the wallet of Geethanjana Gunawardena being misplaced at the Jayashree Mahabodhi in Anuradhapura. Geethanjana Gunawardena responded.
Is this the issue in the country? I lost my wallet, but it was returned. When you worship the Jayashree Mahabodhi, you do not think of money. It did not get misplaced in the Udamalua. He is making up tales. We cannot even enter the Udamalua. We worship the place as normal persons. It was misplaced and the police got it back from me. Is this the major topic today? It would be better to ask what happened to the wallet of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. If the Select Committee report is revealed, that would be the important matter to discuss. Now, with the political platform heating up, opposition parties continue to slam the government over the controversial central bank bond transaction. What has this government, which stresses the need for right to information, done? They have obtained an enjoining order from court preventing the COPE report from being released to the public. We have now decided to challenge this matter in court and present the COPE report to court. We will present it as a public document. When this issue came about, they began slamming the former governor, saying that Ajit Niwad Kabral's sister was a director at the Perpetual Treasuries company. Since she was in the board for a year, let's admit that it was wrong. During the time Ajit Niwad Kabral's sister was the director of this company, Central Bank issued treasury bonds worth 3.25 billion rupees, for which the Perpetual Treasuries received 27 million rupees. That is just 0.8%, even below 1%. But after the sister left, see how the business had flourished between the son-in-law and father-in-law. Within the first 5 months, they have placed bids at 32.45 billion rupees, out of which they get 14.2 billion for themselves. It was 45% successful. So the 1% success under the previous institution is now 45% successful under the new administration. No matter what, there was always one thing on the minds of the people. It was the fact that the UNP is smart in terms of the country's economy and development. There was evidence to prove this as well. I believe that Ranil Wickremesinghe has succeeded in doing the complete opposite of this. For the past 6 months, all we have seen is a declining trend. Ranil Wickremesinghe cannot be clean. Not only did they protect the corrupt, they obtained an enjoining order from court preventing a report compiled by a committee appointed by Parliament on the fraudulent central bank bond transaction from being released. Why? Because the country sees the fact that the leader and his colleagues got together and protected the accused. This is why the UNP obtained an enjoining order from court. So please do not believe that they will work to solve the problems of the people. Parliament was dissolved to prevent one particular expose. This is their version of good governance. The UNP has been able to obtain 50 billion rupees for their election campaigning. If you look at the way they have functioned over the past 6 months in the name of good governance, we could only imagine what would happen if they come to power after the 17th of next month.
Let's now have a listen to some of the views expressed on the Patigata program this morning on our sister channel, Sirisa TV.
Tilanga Sumutipala says that he is a world-renowned intellectual. Is it not better for you to outline the work you have done?
The people involved in our election campaign said that the masses are not aware of my qualifications. They do not know that you are a visiting lecturer at the university. First, inform the masses about your qualifications and then inform the masses about the service you will render. Do you represent
the Maitripala faction or the Mahinda faction?
Mahinda and Maitripala represent the same faction. We are SLF peers. We contest from the United People's Freedom Alliance. There are open discussions over the factions of Mahinda Rajapaksa and Maitripala Sirisena. Ranil Wickremesinghe had no strength. That is why he developed based on the weaknesses of the opposition. If not, there will be no victory for him.
The Sri Lanka Muslim Congress convened a media briefing in Trincomalee today. The main objective of this media briefing is to introduce 10 prominent SLFE members who have joined hands with us. We were late because we wanted to announce that Provincial Councillor Mubarak, who is the current chairperson of the Kuchaweli Pradesh Sabha, has left the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and has decided to join us. However, addressing the media, chairperson of the Kuchaweli Pradesh Sabha expressed a different sort of view. I am still with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and I have not made any decision as yet. Mr. Amin, who is my elder brother, is contesting from an independent group. I came here to talk about a matter relating to my brother and a decision that he will be making in the future. I hope to act upon the choice made by the people who elected me.
Let's now have a listen to what the people have to say about politics in Sri Lanka and the politicians.
Sri Lanka මූලික අධ්‍යාපනය ලබන්නතු පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට ආපු කට්ටියට අධ්‍යාපනය ගැන හිතන්න පුළුවන්ද?
අයි මහලුකොට ඔය කිව්වේ වංශාකාරයන්ට දූෂකයින්ට නොමිනේෂන් දෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා වාගේට දීලා තියෙනවා.
හැමදාම කරන්නේ ඉතින් අපි බලය දෙන මිනිස්සු පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට ගිහිල්ලා තමන්ගේ පැත්තට වැඩ කරන එක. ඔය කවුරු මොන වැඩ කරන්නේවත් අපේ ඡන්දෙ නිසා නේද පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට යන්නේ. මිනිස්සු දැනගන්න ඕනේ තමන්ගේ ඡන්දෙ හරිය විදිහට පාවිච්චි කරන්න.
European Union's elections observation mission convened a press conference in Colombo today.
We are here because we were invited by your authorities. It's not the first time we are here. 10 years ago we had our last mission, and it is a very important political moment. I do not want to have political comments because we are not here to interfere into the process. We are here as experts to be, our mandate is to be neutral, and I will be neutral. I do not want to interfere in your political life. Nobody can have the possibility to cover all the polling stations because we are not the organizers of the election. We are not here as organizers of the scrutiny of the election. We are here to observe. Election is not only the day of the vote, but it's also the preparation. So they will cover before the election day a lot of polling stations. Let's see like this. They will be not in the polling stations because they are not open, but they will be in the territory to see what happens before the election. And during the election day, they will move in different polling stations. And at the end, we'll have representative sampling of the polling stations.
3 army soldiers dressed in civil attire who were arrested with a firearm while travelling in a white van by the Mirhana police have been released on bail after being produced before court. Police media spokesperson SP Ruwan Gunasekara said that the 3 soldiers were released on sureties of 100,000 rupees each.
3 army soldiers were arrested along with a firearm when a group of officers of the Mirhana police inspected a suspicious van which was travelling towards the Gamsaba junction in Nugigode yesterday. Following preliminary investigations, the soldiers were produced before court today. Police media spokesperson ASP Ruwan Gunasekara said that investigations have revealed that the 3 soldiers were attached to the security detail of a major general. A communique issued by the Ministry of Defence said that the military police has launched an investigation into the incident. The Ministry of Defence stresses that according to the Army Act, if an army soldier is found guilty of a military offence by court-martial, he or she is liable to suffer severe punishment.
Still in local news, vehicular movement along the Hingraggoda-Madirigiri road was disrupted for nearly 3 hours as a result of a protest staged by a group of farmers. The protesters demanded that water be provided for their farmlands.
Protesters claim that 350 acres of the paddy fields are facing a risk of destruction owing to not receiving adequate water. Meanwhile, farmers in Nikahena, Patokwawa, Wadingawawa and Unakatwa charged that due to the problem at hand, 500 acres of paddy land may be destroyed. Our crops are nurtured through the water we receive from Ambakaswawa. There are 13,500 acres of farmland dependent on it. The authorities said that they cannot give us water. We are left with water for only a week. We have enough water for only one instance. We urge the authorities to provide water to the Ambakaswawa from Kaudulla and assist farmers like us. North Central Province Opposition leader Sidney Jayaratne, who arrived at the location, pledged to provide water to farmers within 3 days. Newsfirst contacted Polonnaruwa District Secretary S.N. Anayaka, and he said that the irrigation system does not have adequate water to provide the farmlands in question. The District Secretary said that discussions are afoot with the Mahabali Authority Irrigation Department and the Department of Agrarian Services to address the problem.
Welcome back to the news. The Balapita magistrate Ajay Surya has ordered 3 suspects involved in the gang rape of a 15-year-old girl in Polhunnawe, Mitiago to be brought for an identification parade on the 30th of this month. The order was made this afternoon when the suspects were produced before the Balapita magistrate court. According to the police, she had taken the girl to Mathura and assisted in the gang rape. The main suspect in the gang rape was nabbed by the airport police when he attempted to leave the country yesterday and was produced before the Balapitiya Chief Magistrate. 2 other suspects connected to the incident were arrested while at the Ambalangoda bus stand and were produced in court. Thereafter, the trio were remanded until the 30th of this month. The victim is currently undergoing treatment at the Karapitiya Teaching Hospital, and investigations are underway to arrest a woman and another person connected to the incident.
On a very much lighter note, Shakti TV has introduced novel concepts to the Sri Lankan viewer to enjoy over the years. Now, Shakti TV's latest reality program, Shakti Global Superstar, will see its finals take place on Saturday, the 25th of July at Stein Studios in Ratmalana.
The competition took place for a period of over a year. The significance of this program is that Sri Lankans who are residing in countries such as Australia, Canada, Malaysia are provided with the platform to showcase their hidden talents. Among the hundreds who competed in the competition from all over the world, 4 individuals have made it to the finals and visited the Newsfirst premises today. The 4 finalists are Shastan from Malaysia, Keshika from Australia, Ketia from Canada and Pravina from Sri Lanka. Upon their visit to Newsfirst, they were made aware of the activities at Sri Lanka's largest and major media network.
So, in the July 25th.
At 3 p.m. on the 25th, all 4 of us will perform at Stein Studios. We invite everyone to support us.
Finals, please come support, cheer, panalo. So I'll see you all there. Thank you.
Many talented persons competed. I was placed 3rd in a competition like this in Malaysia. I noticed that there are persons talented than me over here. There are persons from Australia and Canada with better knowledge in music. Therefore, I have to work hard and train better. The judge's decision will be final.
This is the first ever reality program that was done in Australia together with Sri Lanka. Persons from various countries competed. We were able to understand and mix with different cultures.
No, you can't see it.
This is an amazing experience. Such a competition was only witnessed in Sri Lanka. With Shakti Global Superstar, persons from all over the world were competing and it was a challenge. This will be an unforgettable experience.
எல்லாமே ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸா இருக்கு.
Now, in a statement, Sri Lanka Cricket has announced that security measures will be tightened for tomorrow's match. The statement reads that spectators are advised to refrain from carrying hooters, liquors, glass bottles, sharp objects and lighters, matchboxes into the stadium. It adds that an unruly behaviour by any spectator will be severely dealt with and may even be subject to eviction from the grounds.
Thank you very much, Chang. With that, we wrap up today's edition of Primetime News. It was an absolute pleasure having with us. For the Newsfirst team, I am Shaheen Jurangpati.
And I'm Katharina Chang. Have a lovely evening ahead.